Have you ever made a decision, not because you really wanted to, but just to do something? You flip a coin, you pick whatever. You say, it doesn't matter. You're choosing yes, but you're not free. This kind of choice might look like freedom, but Steiner calls it the freedom of indifferent choice, and it's one of the greatest illusions of our time. Because action without reason isn't freedom. It's randomness dressed as will. In this step of the practice of freedom, we begin to change that. This step belongs to the materialist path, the worldview that believes everything, including thought and choice, can be explained by physical causes. The materialist is grounded, practical, and focused on facts. They value evidence. They move quickly. They do things. But this same strength becomes a limitation when they assume that action itself is enough. What gets lost is the inner reason, the why that connects action to meaning. Without it, the materialist becomes a machine, effective but unconscious. In this unfree state, a person appears to have freedom because they're not being forced. But their choices are arbitrary, disconnected from clear thought or inner insight. You see this when people say, I just felt like it. Why not? It doesn't matter. But it does matter, because choice without reason isn't free. It's reaction. It's impulse. It's inertia. And this is the trap of indifferent choice. To break free from this, you must question the reasons behind your actions. Freedom begins not when you act, but when you know why you're acting. You pause and ask, what is guiding me here? Is this impulse or insight? Is this decision coming from me or from somewhere else? This is the moment the will wakes up. You begin to act not just to move, but to mean something. This step trains a faculty called questioned action. It's the ability to pause just long enough to examine your motive before moving. It's not about overthinking or hesitation. It's about ownership, like a sculptor stepping back to look at the form before making the next cut. You don't stop creating. You create with awareness. This is where action becomes free, not because it's unconstrained, but because it's consciously chosen. Before your next decision, pause. Ask, why am I doing this? And is that reason really mine? Even if the answer is unclear, even if you still act the same way, you've taken the first step. You've brought light into the will. That's how freedom begins. You are no longer just reacting. You are starting to think your action, and that makes all the difference. In the next step, we'll develop guided curiosity, the ability to not only question, but to direct your questions toward truth. Remember, don't just choose, question, and choose from what's true. This is the practice of freedom.